Right now, as you're watching this video, a silent timer started counting down the day you turned 60. Recent studies from leading medical centers have revealed the devastating truth about joint deterioration. It follows a predictable timeline that most seniors don't recognize until it's too late. Here's what most people don't understand. Joint damage after 60 follows a specific progression that can be tracked, predicted, and most importantly, interrupted. But here's the terrifying part. While I'm describing this as a 5-year timeline, some seniors experience this entire progression in just 2 to 3 years, while others may take 7 to 8 years. The speed depends on your genetics, lifestyle, and whether you're unknowingly accelerating the process. Today, I'm revealing the exact progression of joint damage that affects millions of people over 60. This isn't just about understanding what's happening. It's about recognizing exactly where you are on this timeline and what you can do to stop it before it's too late. What I'll share will shock you because it's a simple way to interrupt this progression at any stage. Stay with me through each year. Your future mobility depends on it.
Year 1. The silent sabotage. This is the most dangerous year because you feel almost normal, but subtle changes are already determining your mobility for the rest of your life. Your cartilage begins producing less proteoglycans, molecules that help retain water and maintain cushioning. You won't feel this change, but your cartilage is slowly becoming less effective at absorbing shock. Your synovial fluid starts changing composition, becoming thicker and less efficient. You might notice mild morning stiffness that disappears within minutes, or occasional creaking when you stand up. Most people dismiss these signs, but research shows that seniors experiencing even mild morning stiffness, lasting more than 5 minutes, are 3 times more likely to develop severe mobility problems. The inflammation markers in your blood begin rising subtly. This low-grade inflammation starts attacking your joint tissues, but it's so mild that routine tests often miss it. Year 2. The inflammation establishment. Chronic inflammation becomes your new normal as your body's anti-inflammatory systems become overwhelmed. Morning stiffness now lasts 15 to 30 minutes. Certain movements feel different. Getting up from low chairs becomes challenging, and you avoid activities without consciously realizing why. Joint spaces begin narrowing as cartilage breaks down faster than it can repair. Sleep quality declines because low-level joint discomfort interrupts deep sleep phases, creating a vicious cycle that accelerates inflammatory processes. Weather sensitivity develops. Rainy days or cold weather make joints feel stiffer. Barometric pressure changes affect inflammatory fluid in your joints. Year 3. The functional decline. Joint damage becomes functionally significant. Activities that were effortless 2 years ago now require conscious effort and planning. Grip strength declines noticeably. Opening jars, turning doorknobs, or holding objects becomes challenging. Walking patterns change subtly. You favor one leg, take shorter steps, or avoid uneven surfaces. These compensation patterns accelerate wear on other joints. Balance decreases as joint sensors become less accurate due to inflammation. Range of motion decreases in major joints. You unconsciously modify movements to avoid uncomfortable positions.
Before we continue to the 2 most devastating years, I want to share something that could change everything. Here's what most people don't realize. While I'm outlining this as a 5-year progression, some seniors go through this entire deterioration in just 2 to 3 years, while others might have 6 to 7 years. You might be declining much faster than you think. There's a 45-second morning ritual that many seniors have discovered can interrupt this progression at any stage, no matter how rapidly it's advancing. Whether your joints are deteriorating slowly or racing toward breakdown, this approach has helped many seniors stop the progression and even reverse damage. If you want to learn more about this simple practice that could interrupt your joint degeneration timeline, I put the information in the description below. It could be the difference between reaching years 4 and 5 and reclaiming your mobility.
Year 4. The dependence development. Independence begins slipping away as tasks that defined your autonomy now require assistance or avoidance. Pain becomes a daily companion, persistent enough to affect mood, sleep, and decision-making. You plan your day around joint limitations rather than interests. Physical activities become limited or impossible. Hobbies, sports, even simple pleasures like gardening become too difficult. This limitation often leads to depression and social isolation, which increases inflammation and speeds degeneration. Assistance becomes necessary for daily activities. Simple tasks like dressing, bathing, or meal preparation require help or assistive devices. Sleep becomes severely disrupted as joint pain makes finding comfortable positions difficult. Year 5. The mobility crisis. Joint damage becomes severely life-limiting. The progression that started silently now dominates every aspect of daily life. Multiple joints are significantly affected. What started as mild stiffness has spread throughout your body. Daily activities become major challenges. Getting in and out of cars, climbing stairs, or walking short distances requires significant effort. Assistive devices become necessary for basic mobility. The psychological impact becomes severe as physical limitations restrict not just movement, but participation in life itself. The devastating truth is that this progression isn't inevitable. It's preventable and reversible at most stages. The difference between reaching year 5 and maintaining mobility lies in recognizing where you are and taking action to interrupt the progression.
Your joints don't have to follow this timeline. Every day you delay intervention, you move further along this path. But every day you take action to reduce inflammation and support joint health, you can slow, stop, or reverse the progression. Here's what breaks my heart. Most seniors don't realize they're already living in year 2 or 3 of this timeline. They dismiss their symptoms as normal aging, while their joints silently deteriorate toward complete breakdown. The months and years you spend ignoring these warning signs are months and years you can never get back. But the damage you prevent starting today could give you decades of additional mobility and independence. That's why I want to remind you about that 45-second morning ritual. Many seniors tell me this has not only stopped their progression, but helped them move backward toward better joint health. Don't let another day pass while your joints move further along this destructive timeline. The information in the description below could be the intervention that saves your mobility and independence. If this timeline opened your eyes to what's happening in your joints, please share it with someone you care about. Where do you think you are on this timeline? Let me know in the comments. Remember, this timeline isn't your destiny, it's your warning. Take action today. See you in the next video.